Okay, the sun is warm and we're ready to go, but the air is chilly. We're going to fire up the twins and pull the deck sleighs to show the world how they tandem pulled, or how not to tandem pull. All right, let's go have some fun. Okay, there I am. Okay, I made a little intro video here. The twins are plugged in. The twins are down here in the corner. Okay, see me working away here. Okay, we unplug them, and then I go in the hose shafter and get some seats, and then we try starting. This is the most disappointing thing. The Kijiji, that one there that I'm sitting on, decides that it's not going to go. Okay, all black smoke, starter jammed up or whatever. So then we fire up the other one, known as Freefall, get him up and going, and then we got to turn him around, and then we're going to do a pull. Okay, we're going to pull start because it's not that cold out, so in theory the track should turn. Okay, and we're going to start it on gas, so it's in the decompression mode. All right, got the chain out. The staff's going to run free fall, and I'm going to get on Kijiji. So we do a quick pull here, and it starts running by the end of the driveway there. Okay, so we have to wait for it to warm up. Fired around some more. Okay, we got them both going, and we're going to come back and hook up to some Sleighs, I think. Alright, and then we can begin the filming of the tandems. Look at that, we even left the chain together, backed up. Okay, we're hooking up. Oops, got to get the camera onto the screen here. Alright, look at that. Isn't that looking good? Alright, now we're going to do some film footage here. Okay, so we'll just do the yard footage here with a voiceover with me holding the iPod on a stick, and we should get going here. I don't know what we did. Okay, we're making sure everything's recording. We're gonna talk. Oh, we're putting the GoPro up. Okay, the staff is ready, and we got to pull your big jerk, and there we go. Off we go. So now we'll switch over to the regular filming. Okay, we're doing a voiceover on the GoPros. Yes, we had the GoPro on the sleigh here. It's on a barrel, so it's jiggly wiggly, and we also sped it up 4 times, okay? But the whole idea of today's exercise and filming was to document the twins, okay, the TD9s, both are diesel, gas start, or whatever, so they're having issues. We had thermostat troubles with them, so we changed them out back in January. They haven't run since then, so now we're out trying to pull, and we're having problems with the antifreeze. So the rads were overfilled, so now they're steaming out. We're trying to figure out the gear ratio. Ooh, look at all that black smoke. So we're trying to figure out the gear ratio to power. The staff is in the lead cat there. I'm on the other cat, known as Kijiji. So we're trying to figure out which gear to pull, because the cats are the same. Doesn't mean you put it in third and full throttle, they'll travel the same speed. They don't. So you have to figure out how to do it. So the staff is trying to be doing all the pulling there by the black smoke. So then we decide on fourth gear, she is almost full throttle, and then I'm fourth gear, and I adjust my throttle to keep the chain tight between the two cats, because we have to document this on how the old timers did it back in the 1950s with the cat trains, because the snow texture can change drastically and the sleighs don't slide. Okay, so they're fully loaded with 10 tons apiece, and all of a sudden the cat can't pull them, so they have to do tandem pulls to get up a hill through deep snow and such. So that's what today's video is to document on this here, and we think we got it. Because once we figure out how to do it, and it's been a few years since the staff and I have tandem pulled, and we have to figure out the cats, because we owned them for 20 years and they've never done anything for us. They're like a mistress. You just throw money and money and money at them for really nothing in return. So now the staff is in the lead. Fourth gear, set the throttles, and then we don't idle them down, and we never touch the throttles through the whole filming. So we have to go up, stop the cats, set the cameras up. Okay, we're using the Me phone on the tripod. Okay, so she's got to get a piece of plywood here to keep the tripod from sinking in the snow. So we're talking lots on how to get the film footage, because we don't want to go around twice or do this 3 times. We have perfect weather conditions today. It's not sunny. If it's too sunny, too bright, that means too many shadows. So the staff walked all the way over there because we want to get the zigzags and the curves on the trails, because we want to show how these sleighs are self-steering. So each sleigh self-steers on the rear. So where the first sleigh goes, the last sleigh goes too. All right, so we're going through this little zigzag here, and you can see the little puff of black smoke. That means the staff's cat's pulling harder than my cat. Okay, so here we go by. So I have to keep looking back to check to make sure we're past the camera, because we don't want to stop on, blocking the camera. We want nice actual film footage, because the staff and I are the only ones that are doing this. We've been to the lodges over the years. We've cat trained freight. We don't know what the sleighs, the Lynn tractors, the D6 cats, the TD18 cats, we know what they can do, and we're the last ones around. So that's the whole idea of filming this and documenting everything, because this is what we want to tell the history of the cat trains, because this is a forgotten way of life now. So now we're out in the open here. The cats are going good. They're pulling steady. Everything is going good. We're very pleased with this, and I'm trying not to edit this film footage, so it's one take voiceover, because I hate editing. It's just unreal. So it's all natural, like the books I read or write for Amazon. It's off the top of my head to paper, one shot. Okay, so the staff's got to adjust the GoPro here, change out the battery. So then I got volunteered to go put the plywood and the camera up in the next corner, because we're going to do 2 90-degree corners here. So I got to do the long walk. Okay, now we're going to get going. I think this is a perfect takeoff. Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay, so you did too much jerk, because I'm in fourth gear and I almost stall the motor when pulling the sleighs to get them going, and the staff has to overpower my cat so it doesn't stall out. Okay, so we got a nice hairpin corner here, 90 degrees. We got the camera on the right there. So we're into the heebie-jeebies here, okay? That affects us drastically when we go to take off after we go and get the camera and reset. So I go and get the camera. The staff is going to do lots of photos here. When the whole idea is to get pictures and lots of pictures and more pictures, because we can put the books on Amazon as ebooks, as picture books, and the world, people around the world can enjoy us and the forgotten way of life up here. Okay, so the staff's got lots of pictures. I made sure the red light is flashing on the GoPro. I just about stalled it there. So the staff just takes over. She wiggles a bit and keeps the RPMs up on her cat, and off we go. So this is the original cat train trail at Whoville. It's narrow, it's through the trees, it's very picturesque, I guess you could say.
calendar photos would be perfect for this on this trail here. But the trails are narrow because that's what the old timers did. They got paid to haul freight, not build roads, okay? So it costs money to knock down trees, make wide trails, so this is what they did. Keep the trails narrow, small, and tight, and plus the wind does not drift them in either. Alright, we're coming up to a curve here. We have a little turnout here for the skidoo to park or for the turn the cats because we're heading across the muskeg. Back in November, we couldn't even walk across this muskeg because it wasn't frozen. So we had to flood it, and we have videos here on YouTube for it. And now we're going to walk ahead, okay? So we're leaving the cats right here where we couldn't walk in November. Now it's frozen solid, everything is good. So we got to walk up the hill and around the corner there, and we both agree on the location of the camera because we only got one chance to film this curve with a tandem pole because we want the both motors or the both cats sounding good, and the motor exhaust is the key. All right, we're not idling the cats down. They're running at throttles and stuff like that, so that's why they're running funny. Okay, so and we're running 2-stroke oil in the diesel, so that's why we got one cat smoking. Look at that. Okay, so this is a tricky curve here. We got to pull and turn at the same time, so we're taking power away from the one track, and up we go past the camera, and it looks good. We're very happy. No spin outs, no nothing, no drama. Okay, now I get volunteered to walk back to get the camera. It's a narrow trail here, so I have to climb in amongst the sleighs, but that's okay. Alright, so now the staff is taking pictures and more pictures. Oh, covering up the doggy poop, I think. And yeah, we got to get some good photos here. Okay, there we go. Because this is part of the dog walking trail. So we walk all 8 of the guard dogs in the kingdom and at the staff's house. So they come here and walk and run free and enjoy the lifestyle of being rescue puppies that have grown up to be old and wise dogs, I guess you can say. Alright, staff adjusts the GoPro. I'm back now. We're ready to go. So a little quick meeting here and how we're going to film, where we're going. Okay, now this is tricky. We got to get going together. Ooh, little jerk, and we're off. Okay, but it's not that bad. The camera on the barrel, or the GoPro on the barrel, makes it look worse. And we're coming around here. We're going to come out into the open area of the train tracks. And this is the train tracks that was the only life support for Whoville, back in the day because the train came 3 times a week. So now the trees have overgrown. The last train was 2003. In 2014, they pulled the rails out just in town here to avoid a tax dispute or whatever. But we don't get into that. It's all politics and we stay out of that. So now we have a 90-degree corner and we're going to head up to the kingdom. These 90-degree corners are hard because it takes power away from the tracks. We stopped on the curve to add drama, just like when Hollywood filmed us for Ice Road Truckers. We added drama. So in theory, if we were actually pulling and in the bush, we wouldn't have stopped on a curve. We would have stopped before the curve and then the cats would get going. So now we're going to have some drama as we try and get wiggling and going because you're trying to turn, so only power to one track. So that was a little bit of drama added there. And up into the back of the kingdom, we got the Lombard sleighs on the left and the camera was on the right. And we're going to stop here and get the camera. So I got volunteered to go get the camera again. It seems like we're taking turns. And I'm telling the staff that I'll go get the camera, and she does the women things and takes more pictures and more pictures and more pictures. Okay. Alright, so we have a slight incline up into the kingdom here. Oh, staff just about fell down there. Here she is. There she goes. Yep. And I should be returning here. I don't want to stop or edit this video. I want it to be one-shot voiceover. Okay, there. We changed out the camera. The GoPro, we turned it back on or something. Off we go. So now we do, a little bit of a jerk, but black smoke, so it's a good pull into the kingdom here. And we're coming up past all the other collectibles. Look at the cats and the sleighs. Look at that. They're the only people in the world that have this much. The Lynn tractor, the cabooses, and the other Lynn tractor is up here. So now we're going to stop here and reset the camera again. So this me phone gets set up on the plywood. So the staff has to get the plywood. I'll be the old guy and stay in the cat here and supervise. Yeah, I'm the boss. I'm the supervisor. So I'm pointing to where to put the camera, which will be best. There she goes. It's just like the Benny Hill show. Speed it up 4 times and everything looks good. Okay, now we're going to take a run down to the front gate. Okay, oops, got to get going here. Trying to wiggle and work around. And here we go. All right, so now we're taking the corner wide here, and we got a little dippy do to go down. We're past the Beach 18 plane on the right that we salvaged. It's the wrong plane. We have a YouTube video on that. Okay, so here's the front gate that hasn't been used in 3 years. We don't even plow the snow there anymore because we're not in business anymore. Okay, now this is a straight pull up a grade, and the snow is not cut down or packed or anything, so this makes the cats work, and that's what we want for filming. So right past the camera on the left and the second Lynn tractor on the left. So now we got to park the Sleighs. I'm trying to turn. This track is locked up. Oh, this is just great. We're having fun. So now we got to unhook the Sleighs, the cats, and park the Sleighs. Okay, after we returned back to the kingdom with the twins and the Sleighs, the staff went out and videotaped the sleigh tracks, okay? The great debate is skinny skis versus wide skis, okay? Wide skis became popular in the 1970s and everybody built sleighs, they were wide skis. But they don't understand the concept of a skinny ski. Skinny skis compress down and make ice. So the staff is now zooming in on the ice formed by the four sleighs going across, okay? And compression of the snow makes ice, and that's what you want because ice makes it slippery and slide. Today we were out filming. The problem we had was the sleighs were pushing us, okay? So any slight downhill or anything like that, the sleighs were pushing the back of the cat, and then I had to put the brakes on in some places so I didn't run into the staff and the front cat. But that's the main thing of these sleighs being skinny skis, and I think I'm the only one in the world that has actually done the skinny skis. So here we are climbing that corner. We did the tandem pull. Look at all that grayness or whatever in the snow. That is actually ice. So the skis have compressed enough with the weight of the sleighs down to make ice in the snow. So that's very important to know. So that's why these sleighs are so easy to pull when they have 10 ton on them, and they were pulling them with the cat trains delivering freight in the 1950s. So it's very good to know. And we're trying to document this kind of stuff. Like, this is boring looking at ski tracks and stuff like that. But skinny skis compress the snow. All right. And also too, she videotaped the corners here to show the offset of the sleighs going around the corner. Like, this isn't a very good one. We cut the corner too short. But the first sleigh goes, and then the last sleigh follows about a half a sleigh width over on the skis, okay? So that is very good. That's why these trails are so narrow in the bush from the old timers. Like, they didn't get paid to build roads or whack down wide areas of trees. So this is what we're documenting with the self-steering skis or whatever sleighs. So the rear ski bunk is steering, so they follow nicely. And the key is to the distance of the hitches and everything has to be equal. So the front hitch to the middle bunk to the go down sort of thing, it all has to be even numbers, okay? So same dimensions, same length. Okay, hopefully this explains it, or everybody's more confused, so have a drink.
Okay, we're done for the day. The twins performed like crap, acted like idiots or whatever, but they are the twins. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I'm not sure, but we're calling it a day, and we'll go edit some film footage. But they did pull the sleighs and get us everything back to the yard. We got the film footage. Okay, all right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer. Oh yeah, and walk the pony and the rescue puppy. Then drink some beer and edit some film. All right, talk to you later.